Imagine building the electrical system that powers the modern world and dying alone because you couldn't afford your hotel bill. Imagine inventing technology so advanced that it's still used 100 years later, but spending your final days feeding pigeons in a New York park. That's not a movie plot. That's Nikola Tesla, the man whose ideas light up your house, charge your phone, power entire countries. Yet he died broke. And here's the part nobody talks about. If Tesla had kept one contract, just one, he would have been one of the richest men in history. So how did the man who electrified the planet lose the money game? That's what we're about to uncover. Won the mind that was too advanced. Tesla wasn't just smart. He was operating on a different frequency. Born in 1856 in what is now Croatia, Tesla reportedly had a photographic memory. He could memorize books, perform complex calculations in his head, and speak multiple languages fluently. But here's where it gets crazy. Tesla didn't sketch most of his inventions. He built them in his mind. He would visualize a machine, rotate it mentally, test it for flaws, run simulations, all without touching a tool. Meanwhile, the average person can't even assemble IKEA furniture without crying. Tesla wasn't experimenting. He was pre-calculating reality. And when he moved to America, he believed his genius would be rewarded. He was half right. To the war of currents, genius versus power. When Tesla arrived in the United States, electricity was the hottest industry alive. And dominating, it was Thomas Edison. Edison promoted direct current, DC. Tesla believed in alternating current, AC. Here's the difference. DC could power a few blocks. AC could power entire cities. If electricity were internet signal, DC equals weak Wi-Fi in one room. AC equals full bars across the city. Tesla worked briefly for Edison and improved his generators. Legend says Edison promised him $50,000 if he succeeded. Tesla delivered. When he asked for the money, Edison allegedly laughed and said it was a joke. That joke would cost Tesla millions in the long run. Tesla quit, and the war of currents began. Edison went aggressive, publicly electrocuting animals to show how dangerous AC was. Yes, real 1890s drama. But Tesla's system, backed by George Westinghouse, eventually won. AC powered the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. It harnessed Niagara Falls. It became the global standard. And here's where the tragedy begins. When Westinghouse faced financial pressure, Tesla tore up a royalty contract that would have made him unbelievably wealthy. He gave it up. For loyalty. For principle. For friendship. Imagine canceling a lifetime subscription to wealth because you felt bad. That decision changed everything. The man who invented the 21st century in the 1800s. Tesla wasn't just competing with Edison. He was competing with time itself. In 1898, he demonstrated a radio-controlled boat. People thought it was magic. Some believed there was a monkey hidden inside, controlling it. There was no monkey. There was radio. Years later, Guglielmo Marconi would be credited with inventing radio. Decades later, courts acknowledged Tesla's prior work. But recognition came after the money was gone. Tesla also predicted smartphones, wireless global communication, remote control machines, radar-like systems. He described a future where people could send messages instantly across the globe using small devices. In 1900, he wasn't crazy. He was early. And being early can look exactly like being wrong. The dream that ended it all. Tesla's greatest ambition wasn't better light bulbs. It was free energy for the entire planet. He began building Wardenclyffe Tower with funding from J.P. Morgan. Morgan thought he was funding wireless communication. Tesla had bigger plans. Wireless electricity, available to everyone. Now, think about that from an investor's perspective. From within, a result of habits, decisions, and thinking patterns. One sees money as fate. The other sees money as feedback. Final truth. Poverty is not just a lack of money. It is a way of seeing the world. And wealth is not just numbers in an account. It is the ability to think beyond survival. When your mindset changes, your money eventually follows. Because money does not go where you want. It goes where your thinking leads.